Good Moed. The last of the Ushpizin, the 7 holy guests that visit our sukkah on Sukkot, is David HaMelech. And each of those Ushpizin is associated with a different divine attribute of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. David is associated with Malchus, the kingship of Hashem. Part of the reason for that, obviously, is because David was chosen to be the king of Israel, and his descendants were chosen to be the future kings until Melech HaMashiach. And when a person would encounter the king of Israel, and he would see the court and the entourage, and experience the grandeur and the power of the king, and he would see this king that represented Klal Yisrael, represented the Torah and everything good in the world, so the person would be able to use that as a way to extrapolate and imagine Malchus Hashem and what it means that Hashem is king and the grandeur and the power of his court. Now the attribute of Malchus is different than the other divine attributes of the previous Ushpizin. So if we take, for example, the attribute of Avraham, which is Chesed. So when Hashem acts and deals with the world according to his attribute of Chesed, so he can do it in an obvious way. We can experience the Chesed of Hashem in ways that we know this is a blessing from Hashem. I can tell that Hashem is acting towards me with a sense of Chesed. But Chesed can also be subtle. And Hashem can be kind to us in ways that we don't really realize, even though the Chesed is the same. But we don't notice that it's coming from Hashem. We didn't realize that this bad situation was averted, or this good thing that came to me actually was because Hashem was changing things behind the scenes. However, Malchus is different. While all the other attributes can be subtle, can be hidden, but Malchus represents when Hashem relates to the world in a way which is obvious. When a king comes, when his court comes with him, so everyone knows, everyone talks about it. The king is here. There's no way to hide it. And Malchus represents when Hashem relates to the world in that way, when we can see Hashem, we can feel him, when it's not subtle, it's not hidden. And so on this last day of Sukkot, on Hoshana Rabbah, when we invite David HaMelech into our sukkah, what we are doing is we are davening that David HaMelech and what he represents, this attribute of Malchus, should come into our lives. And what that means is we daven that not only should our lives be blessed, not only should we have the chesed of Hashem, should Hashem bless us with gvur, with strength, that our lives should have a measure of tiferes, of beauty, and all the other divine attributes. Not only should we be blessed, but it should come through the channel of Malchus, which means it should be clear and obvious that it's from Hashem. That not only should our lives be filled with goodness, not only should it be blessed, but we should have a sense that it comes from Hashem and be able to tell that it's Hashem who gives us everything good that we have. Everyone should have a good Hoshana Rabbah, a wonderful Shmini Atzeres and Simchas Torah, and a good New Year.